I was bored. I was bored. I had a shower thoughts. Like, yeah, that's a dumb idea. I should do that.
Hey everybody, this is Shnickerman back with Gaming with Passion episode who knows what because I never keep track. Today we're going to kick it a little bit old school and we're going to bring back the guests on the podcast. So with me today, I have Octostarx, Octostarx. Hello, what's up?
Oh, what's up, homie?
So Octo, first of all, let's give the people a little bit of a summary of yourself. What's your favorite current game, and what else do you want to tell the people about yourself?
Oh, I love Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter's my baby, and I play Pokemon once a day on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's
One
true.
battle a day. That's my main gimmick in life.
Yeah, so let's jump into that. So Octo has a YouTube channel that originally you were posting Pokemon one battle a day and was Emerald version, I think.
Yeah, I was playing Pokemon Emerald, but I only do one battle a day. Now we said that 10 times. We should be good.
And I've asked you this before, but what made you decide that you wanted to do that?
I was bored. I was bored. I had a shower thoughts. Like, yeah, that's a dumb idea. I should do that.
Yeah, it's a dumb idea that works, and it makes me jealous because
Somehow.
it's the most consistent way of posting content. You can record like
Yeah.
a million videos in a day if you want, and then
Yeah,
just
but here's the
slowly.
thing. I don't do that. I record them on the day I upload them, unless I'm like, no, I'm going to be preoccupied in some way.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was with Emerald at one point. You got like you missed like 2 days or something. And then you're like, oh shoot, I got to do like three, or
No,
it was like
I didn't miss any days. I don't think I ever did.
you were on the path of missing. I think, but luckily it only takes how many minutes to.
I mean, 2 minutes at
Yeah.
normal rate. Can you see your average video length somewhere?
That's a good question. I don't think you can
Actually, it's
see your
gonna be
average.
skewed because I have random videos that are two
Yeah,
hours
you
long as
have
well.
the remnant ones, and I think the only thing you can really look at is the average view time in general for your entire channel. But that's skewed too because your videos are all different lengths
Oh
and
no! I wait one.
stuff like
Okay,
that.
we keep going. I know one.
Okay, let's talk about how we met. I feel like that's a interesting story because as people who watch this channel may know, I do enjoy some Digimon. Octo also enjoys some Digimon. I
I love my
believe
Digimon.
was, oh man, 2018. Whenever
Uh,
Digimon Cyber
when
Sleuth Hacker's Memory came out, right?
was it Haggis?
Oh no, it was Next Order.
No, it wasn't Next Order.
No, it must have been Hacker's Memory then.
No, it was
Because
just Cyber Sleuth.
yeah, but I didn't play Cyber Sleuth on my stream.
No, it must have been Haggis Memory then.
Yeah, it was Hacker's Memory then. I think it was 2018 or something
No,
like that. Yeah, it was. Because it just come out and you were like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing this game right now," and you
oh,
told me how to do
yeah, right.
something or something in the very
No, yeah,
beginning.
no, you're
Yeah,
right. I was mixing up release order of New Order, or yeah, Next Order.
yeah. Next Order and then Hacker's Memory. Well, yeah, and then
Yeah,
Hacker's Memory after that, right? So
yeah.
yeah, we go back a ways now, 5 years plus, which is pretty
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
We've had
No,
our
I
ups and
remember.
downs of Digimon games, Pokemon games, Monster Hunter games.
Oh
Let's
yeah, I remember because I got Haggis Memory like 2 days early for no reason. I think whoever shipped it just accidentally put it in too early.
yeah, and then I think then by the time I was playing it, it was already like that was you had already hands on with it for like a week or something, and that's why you were
Yeah.
like, because I think it was like in the very beginning of the game, I was like struggling with something or asked a question, and
Oh,
you
I
were
can't remember
there.
that exact.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
We
remember I had just streamed because I thought, yeah, I got it early. I'm gonna stream it.
yeah, it's so
Straight
crazy
from
to
my
me that
PlayStation.
Twitch doesn't like archive things because it would be so cool to just like actually be able to go back to that stream and just be like, oh yeah, let's find that exact moment because it would be so fun. But unfortunately,
The
it doesn't
closest
work
thing
like
you can
that.
do is like a chat history, I think.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, you know what's interesting too? I was going back through the old Twitch clips, and at a certain point, they started attaching the Twitch chat to the clips, but originally it wasn't. So if you go
No,
to the
yeah.
Wayback Clips, there's just nothing there.
The
It's just
clip
the
of the
audio.
month there.
Yeah. But anyway, so that was cool. I guess let's talk about Monster Hunter a little bit too, since you are a big Monster Hunter boy.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
Monster Hunter World was your first Monster Hunter, right? Or no?
Yes, Monster Hunter World, first Monster Hunter. So I'm technically a fiver,
Ooh.
as is the derogatory term. No,
Is it because it's Monster Hunter 5 is World?
mm, I guess, but it's also because the crew that you come with in Monster Hunter World, like you start the game on a boat and all that. You're just on your way to this new world as it is, and you are the fifth fleet.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
and in the game they just reference to the character as Fiver or the hunter in the end when you become a god slayer.
The Hunter hunts. Oh man, that's another throwback. But
The Bloodborne.
yeah, the Bloodborne playthrough.
Da hund damas hund.
It's interesting too because I mean that was my first Monster Hunter game as well, which is interesting too because I owned Monster Hunter for PS2 that I got like from a thrift store, but I
Like
just
the
never
OG.
ended up playing it, and I probably wouldn't have liked it anyway. But I mean,
You're talking about the OG
yeah, this
Monster
was the
Hunter?
OG Monster Hunter for PS2. Yeah, like I said, I never actually played it. I had just picked it up. Um, and I mean, they purposely made Monster Hunter World to appeal to more people, I guess, which is interesting.
Yeah, it was
Um,
absolutely an attempt, well, to my understanding, an attempt at more mainstream.
right, mainstream
As,
adoption.
I think mainly making the game a lot more accessible.
Yeah,
Like
for
Monster
sure.
Hunter World is still a Monster Hunter game in core, and you can feel that, but it's so far from just the previous game.
Yeah, and it's interesting for me because what I realized during playing the game is that I don't really enjoy the game that much, and I suck at it, and that's a big part of it. And that just made me feel like, man, I don't want to keep constantly killing the same, monsters over and over again. But you decided, like, after you played Monster Hunter World, though, to try to like pick up. I think you kept buying the new games after that, right?
Yeah, so I played World, and I'd say I think I had about 200 hours in it before
Jeez.
Iceborne came out, the DLC. And up until that point, I still didn't know what I was doing. It took me until the end of the even post game of Iceborne until it just clicked. Like I was enjoying myself, I was having fun. I didn't understand really what was happening, but it was like after that, it was just that's it. I get it now.
So
This is awesome.
what does that mean though? Like in terms of like, what do you think clicked? It's not like
I
your
was
gameplay clicked, just something that you enjoyed clicked.
Yeah, well, and partially it was me just starting to understand just how the game felt more, how the game plays, more how just how the game handles, along with the like skill systems, more about slowly branching out in terms of weapons. Just a broader understanding, I guess.
So that's pretty interesting too. I guess, some credit to Monster Hunter giving the ability to do so many different things in 200 hours. You felt like you hadn't even reached your
I
final
still didn't know
form
what I was
yet.
doing.
Yeah. And that makes me feel better too, because I think I probably only put like 30 hours into that game. So I guess maybe I should have put in another 170 and I could have
Yeah,
finally mastered the game.
it's one of those. It's the worst way to sell a game, but it's one of those. Oh, it gets good at 200 hours. It gets
Yeah.
good when you're at the end game, like MMO players.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of games are like that, unfortunately. And like you said, yeah, like mostly
Yeah,
like
live
MMOs and
service
stuff.
has ruined games.
Yeah.
That's not a conversation though.
Yeah, let's not
No
get
hot,
into
no
that. But
hot, no hot topics now.
so I have an interesting question for you, I guess, too, is, as being somebody who's only played one Monster Hunter game and just a little bit of it, I guess. Well, a little bit meaning 30 hours, but
Yeah, that's
so
still a
is
lot.
do we have any idea of like how many total different monsters there are? Like,
I forget the total. They did a poll recently.
Is it like hundreds?
It's up to 200, I think.
200, okay. Because
or like 150.
what I was thinking is because
find
they
out again.
release quite a lot of games, and I was always wondering if it's like, like the same 30 monsters that they just like split out, like kind of like what Pokemon's been doing lately, right? They have so many that they'll
Yeah.
just choose which ones they want to include in every game and then kind of stagger them, so you want to keep playing every like 2 generations to get like the ones that you want again.
So including big and small monsters
Okay.
are 229.
And what about just big?
Um, Let me see if this article has that number.
Okay, maybe over 100.
Oh, absolutely. There's more big monsters than small monsters.
Okay, so that's a good
Doesn't
enough
say.
estimate for me, I guess. So that's not a small number at all, which is cool.
No. No, but I think they've done. I mean, yeah, they kind of do it the Pokemon style, or well, the same way that Pokemon has started doing, which is kind of keep some of the favorites, add some new stuff, see what people like, and then try and maybe not shoehorn in the favorites, but with them doing DLCs instead of like a second game again, like Pokemon did.
Yeah.
They're kind of shoehorning the favorites into the DLC more.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, and it's smart from a business perspective, I guess, too, right? It's like you don't want a Pokemon game without Pikachu or Eevee.
Yeah, like you can't get away from the mascots. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Same with Monster Hunter.
Does Monster Hunter have mascots? What do you think? Who's the mascot?
Well, their mascot is Rathalos, which is the big red wyvern.
And that's the only one.
Pikachu.
That's the main one, Rathos.
Yeah, that's the one that's always reoccurring. Okay. And Raphien, which is
like the grayish one or something.
Green.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is just the female version of Rathalos, which is the male.
I'm glad that is the case too, because while playing the game, I would always get them confused, and I'm like, aren't these pretty much like the same thing? So they kind of are.
I think.
Okay.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I remember hearing it was like in lore, they thought they were different monsters until they realized it's just a gender difference.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't know if that's true or not, though.
Yeah, let's make it true here. You heard it here first. Gaming with Passion podcast 2023. Well, that's good to hear that you found something enjoyed, and I know you and I have talked a bunch about it, and it's something that you really enjoy. And it's cool sometimes to be like, to find that thing. Like I was just talking to one of my friends. So at the time of the recording of this, they have like the Spotify Wrapped, and I introduced a coworker in grad school to Phil Collins in would have been like 2018 or something, and now he shared with me his top music, and it's like Phil Collins by a mile. So I just think that's kind of funny. But he might watch this. If he watches this, shout out to Dicha. What's up? But
my rap was fun this year because it was mainly new stuff. Well, new for this year at least. I've been trying to get some new bands into my list.
Branch out a little bit and no more.
King Gizzard is still on there.
No, he's still there.
They were not the top this year, but that's because I found a different band that does the same shit, kind of.
Okay, gotcha.
Called Thank You Scientist.
Yo, shout outs, Thank You Scientist. I mean, their name is cool. I'll check them out. Yeah, man. So that's pretty interesting. Let's go to the topic of, what have you been playing lately? I know I kind of asked you that. I mean, I'll cover, I guess, what I've been playing as well.
So it's good. You're asking this is almost the perfect time because I've just gone through a lot of games.
Okay.
Which I've been enjoying a lot, all of. So let me bring up my Steam page to kind of see what it. Just make sure I don't miss anyone here. So I played Lords of the Fallen when that came out.
Okay.
Souls-like game, very very dark fantasy. A lot of fun, challenging in a good way. It felt like every death wasn't just bullshit. Every death was like, oh, okay, can't do that. Good to know.
That's like a little bit of an older game, right? It's not brand new,
No,
right?
so there is an older version with almost the same name.
Oh,
Although I forget what it
but is this a
is.
sequel?
It's like sequel, spiritual sequel.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that name. That's why I brought it up because I was like, I felt like that came out like almost 10 years ago now. 8 years ago or something
Yeah.
like that.
No, I played that too, although I never finished
Because
it.
that was a Souls like too. That's why I said that. I was like, I'm pretty sure that was a Souls like. Oh no, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was more
No, it
like
was. It
it
was.
was. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. There's Lords of the Fallen.
Yeah, Lords of the Fallen.
No, they're both called that. It's just that they're called the same. Wait,
So it's
I
got
thought
to
they
be
had a
like the
different name.
same company then, right?
Believe it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
So it's
quick Google check.
yeah because
CI Games Deck 13 and yeah, different developers, same publisher.
okay. So yeah, the
So
publishers
they
have the rights to the
probably
franchise, rebooted it or
yeah,
something with a new developer. Okay.
and they're way different. Like sure, very thematically samey, like
Mm-hmm.
very dark fantasy, but completely different game otherwise.
I might have to check that out. I never heard about the newer one, I guess.
No, it's good. It's good. For once, I actually used magic in a Souls game. Never happens. I tend to always just go full strength because I love big, bulky.
It's pretty
But
fun.
yeah, but it made it really interesting. This one, it just felt useful. It wasn't like heavy cast times or anything. It just felt integrated into the combat.
That's good.
They sort of expect you to have an offhand like weapon, sort of.
So you're like a
So
caster with one
even
hand,
yeah, cast
melee
one
still.
hand, weapon
Okay.
other hand.
The Bioshock effect.
Yeah, a bit. I didn't get into it, but even like range weapons, you're not forced to have like, oh, you need to go buy arrows. No, you just get a weapon or you get an ammunition type, and then
Okay.
you kind of just every time you respawn, you have a stock.
Oh, that's good. I like that actually better. I'm
So
not a
yeah, so
huge
you don't
fan
have
of
to go
ranged. Yeah.
buy your arrows all the time. The same with like if you have a throwable thing, like throwing
Mm-hmm.
daggers or shit. That also tends to be the case. Oh, I need to go buy them. No, these just restock whenever you respawn.
That's great. Seems like
So
a
you
good
can
quality of life change.
yeah, it felt again. I didn't get into it. Game was a bit laggy on my PC. It's just under par for it, so I didn't feel like doing a second playthrough. But if I ever do, I'm absolutely going that kind of like Ranger esque.
I feel like freaking Legolas or something.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like that was like every kid's dream. I was more of a like a Gimli guy, just like beating everybody up with axes. That was more fun
I
to
don't know.
me.
That's me nowadays as well.
Yeah.
If ever possible, I'm just big tank.
You know, you just reminded me too. I got to finish Elden Ring, but I'm like so not far in it at all. So, oops.
How far are you?
I don't even
Did
know.
you do
I
any of
think
the
I
main
only beat
bosses?
like the first one or two main bosses, and that's it.
Like Margit and
I'd have to
Godfrey?
look. I think I even
I
maybe
get fair
did
enough.
one out of order or something.
That game allows you to do any order basically.
Yeah, and it was like a thing when it first came out. I was only playing like an hour a day, so it was like so hard to get
Mm.
into because and it was a lot of farming, like going to those giants and just killing them over and over again.
I mean that's
It's
that's a
like
choice to be fair.
that's like the whole
Yeah,
game
it's
though,
not
I feel like.
required.
It's not
No,
required,
no.
but I mean the bosses are
The
pretty like ramp in difficulty, so you got to kind of like
the way I found it, well, my first playthrough is there is like a very loose puzzle of where should I go first.
yeah, and I
When the
didn't
game tries to push you north, you want to go south.
Okay. I did go south a little bit, I think. But anyway, besides the point, maybe I should get back into Elden Ring. But I think
Absolutely.
for me, wasn't very high ranking for me. So
Yeah.
what
I mean, if
else?
you're not a Souls like enjoyer, it's going to be difficult either way.
No, I am a Souls like enjoyer though.
Alright, fair enough. After that, I played Set Beasts, which is a monster tamer kind of game,
Wait, what
like
was the name?
Pokemon. Cassette Beasts.
Oh, I heard about that game. How was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that game looks
awesome.
sweet. I think
Um,
I think I shared the trailer in Discord a while back because I was like, dude, this looks
maybe
awesome. I think it's
hard to
Steam
remember.
only.
Um,
I have to look. I'll
it
look into
feels like it's
that.
on Switch, but I
Okay.
cannot confirm or deny. No, it's awesome. You just for like story. You wake up on a beach, find a crab with a cone on it, called traffic crab. A person comes and helps you fight it, hands you a cassette player,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how you battle. So to battle, you transform into the monsters, and they are recorded onto
Oh
cassettes.
wow.
So that's your Pokeballs, quote unquote.
Wow, that's awesome. I
Uh,
love old style media, so like cassettes
yeah,
and then mixed with the
and
monster razor kind of thing.
yeah. So what more? Right, there's a bunch of them. There's like 150, kind of
Nice.
Pokemon.
Oh, 150. Where'd they get that number from?
Oh,
I don't
I think
know.
it's even more than that. I can't remember.
Oh, that's awesome.
Um,
Cool.
as I said, you record them onto your cassette. Um, levels is on your character, not on the monster or the cassette. Instead,
Mm.
you get like affinity for them.
Okay.
And once you reach a certain affinity, you can remaster them or remix them, and that's how you
Ooh,
evolve.
a remix. Nice.
And what some have, like you can choose, like I think you can choose between two different starters, and both of them have a path or two evolution paths each.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. We're
So the
yeah.
starters have 5 each technically, including the base.
Sweet. We're approaching Digimon territory. I like it.
Yeah,
Let's not do linear boringness.
yeah. And
Sweet.
some is like, oh, if you have this attack equipped, while remixing it, it will get this form, or otherwise they'll get the standard and stuff like that.
Cool.
The move system is very different. It's very good, all of it.
But is it like a turn-based RPG or how does
Yeah,
the
it's turn
combat?
based.
Okay. Oh, that's
It's turn based.
better for
It's
me.
your turn, their turn, your turn, their turn.
Perfect.
Very simple.
Perfect. Perfect.
You don't have mana. You don't have like the Pokemon PP. You have action points, so you kind of just on your character you have the like you get 2 every round or every turn,
Right.
and you can boost that and you can debuff the enemy. What more fun about it? Right, favorite bit. So there is a fusion mechanic. So you're always fighting with a
Mm.
partner, and you can get multiple partners through the game. And they have affinity towards a specific monster. So if you want them to be peak, then they can use that. Otherwise, if you want them to suit your kind of like setup, then that's fine too.
That's awesome. I'm telling you,
But
I love games that like build upon the kind of monster
yeah, not just
catcher
no.
games.
I love when it's just a good gimmick. And
Yeah.
the main gimmick here, as I was about to say, is fusion. So whenever you fill the fusion gauge, which is multiple ways to do, you can fuse with your partner, and it creates a unique fusion for every 2 monsters you have. I think there's like 60,000 fusions.
Wow. Dang.
And the coolest bit, when you fuse, the combat music get lyrics.
Ooh.
That is it's the hypest thing
Dude, that's
every fight.
awesome.
The whole This is my shout out for this. The whole soundtrack is on Spotify. Just listen to the vocal
Oh,
tracks.
wow.
They're awesome, all of them.
Okay. I mean, that game already looked cool when I watched the trailer, and now I'm going to have to definitely check it out.
Absolutely.
Oof.
It has an insanely long post game, like extremely grindy. I don't recommend it. I haven't finished it, but it is there.
I mean, I'm down with grinding.
Otherwise,
So,
the base game is quite fine. It's very open ended, so you can go one way or the other. Um, the main bosses scale to how many you have defeated.
Wow.
If anything, it's just the environment, like the wild ones that scale with the area.
Nice. That's
So that game's awesome. Loved it.
sweet.
I haven't played the DLC. I just remembered. Need to get that and play that soon.
So they have DLC for that as well?
Yeah, it seems to be a pretty packed one as well. More monsters, new area.
That's what you like to see.
After that, I realized I think I want to play a lengthy RPG. Just a long fucking JRPG, don't mind. Checked through my Steam list, saw Tales of Arise.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. One of my friends like swears by that. That's his favorite Tales game.
Yeah, I hadn't played a Tales game yet. I watched on and off a playthrough of Berseria, I think I forget the names.
Yeah, that's the one.
And yeah, with the like monster arm lady.
So what do you think?
And my friend who's like a diehard fan of Vesperia. And I loved Arise. It was great. Combat felt good. Story was fine. It's a bit cheesy.
Yeah, they have a
It's
formula,
just,
but
oh, we have to be united and fight against bad. I was kind of disappointed.
oh man, that's pretty funny
But
though.
it was still satisfying. It was fun as well because right around when I think I was just about done with the story. So I'd turned off the game, was going to bed. Next day, about to start it up. There's a 20 gig update. What happened?
my
Oh, it's a
gosh.
DLC came out.
Is it free?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
but it's a
shoot.
good DLC. New story.
Wow.
It does not save over progress. It's a completely separate. Just assumes you've done the game and all DLCs.
Oh, that's a good way to do
All
it.
side missions.
Yeah. Nice.
And kind of just puts you like, here's the skills you have. Here's your level. Here's your gear. Nothing of what you actually had. Just here's where you're at now. We decided this, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad getting back to like level 100 and all that.
Yeah, and I think that's a good way to do it because if you spend all the time and max your character out, I mean the DLC is not going to be that fun to begin with unless it's
Exactly.
even more difficult. But that's cool. I've never played any Tales games, but I think I own Symphonia for Steam or something.
Yeah, I'd say they are a lot of a time commitment.
It is what it
Let's
is.
see. How much time did I put into it? 100 hours.
Yeah.
That's with post game grind and such. But I'd say easily 30 hours is just cutscenes and dialogue.
30 hours of cutscenes and dialogue? Wow.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
There's
pretty
an
crazy.
achievement for seeing 300 skits. So every once in a while you're walking around or have done a thing, they'll just pull up this like almost cartoon strip of just the characters talking.
Okay.
And it's just a little skit of things that they're commenting on instead of just doing a dialogue while moving around. Most of them were optional. I decided to just go watch all of them. And like when you're moving towards the final boss, it was a lot of one fight, optional dialogue, optional dialogue, forced cutscene, optional dialogue, one fight, optional dialogue, cutscene before a fight, cutscene. I was just, it's taking ages.
Sounds like it's like the Metal Gear Solid of RPGs, which is yeah.
Just
We won't
dialogue
talk
and
about
dialogue.
that. Yeah.
Still fun. Still enjoyed it.
That's good. You know, that I think that leads me into my first game, which I've been if people are listening to these other podcasts on this channel, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, but Marvel Midnight Suns is got a ton of dialogue too. And I guess I'll try to say things that I haven't said already a million times, but it's kind of like if you took Persona with the, relationship building and you mash that with God, I don't even know, like almost like a strategy RPG. I mean, it is a strategy RPG, but it's not a grid based strategy RPG. And then also all your moves are cards, which then you upgrade and blah 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 blah. So it's pretty insane and it's kind of amazing. And there's so much voice acted dialogue, which is crazy to me. Um, yeah, that's what I've been playing for. Again, I'm having difficulty, I guess, like putting a lot of hours in at once because it was the same thing when I played Persona. Like it's a fun game, but I don't know if it's the kind of game that you like sit down and play for 30 hours straight without like getting up and taking a break, you know? But
But a lot of games like that, it's either one way or the other. You either put in 1 hour per day, or you spend your entire weekend only doing that.
right. And I feel like a good contrast for me would be like Vampire Survivors. When I was playing that game, it was like I was just playing it constantly because it was so addicting.
Yeah.
And the style of gameplay, right? It's like it's meant to be super addictive and just like keep going.
Super satisfying, super addictive. Just,
Right.
oh, but what if I do that? What if I do that? And just seeing the screen clear, just, oh.
Yeah, it's like, ooh,
Chef's
dopamine in
kiss.
my brain thing.
Exactly.
Go, 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 go. And then it's like Marvel Midnight Suns is like, it's cool. And I'm having a lot of fun with all the different elements, but it's just, yeah, it's just not something that I'm going to sit there and play for forever. But I am really enjoying it. And I had heard when it first came out, somebody was saying like, oh yeah, it's like 100+ hours. And I couldn't believe that. And it definitely is because I've probably played like 20 hours already and I'm like not very far at all. I'm just doing like all this side stuff and like not the main story at all. So like I haven't even met like half the characters in the game yet. So
God.
yeah.
I'm assuming there's a lot of them in it.
I don't know. I'd have to like think about it.
I see
but
Blade on
there's
Steam
there's
page.
over 10 main characters and then there's like 4 DLC characters which I got. Like the DLC characters is like Deadpool, Storm, Venom, and Morbius, I think. So those are all DLC, and then
No,
the rest.
not Morbius.
Yeah, the good Morbius though. But that's another thing I
Yeah.
like about the game is like it's of course not going off MCU or anything,
No, it's
which
just
I'm
its
so
own
burned
story.
out on, and it's going based off like a comic series from like the 90s or something, but it's not really that closely related. But it's pretty cool. It's like misting like
I'm assuming it's
basic-
basing itself on the Midnight Sun, like I'm assuming arc.
Correct. It was a
Or
little
just the
bit
idea
different,
of-
but the idea is kind of like mystic arts and mystic arts mixing with like magic and I don't know. It's like I don't know, but it's cool. It's cool, and the story is pretty interesting so far. So, you know, I'm like best friends with Ghost Rider. I mean, like, what else could I really want in life? I mean,
That's fair. I see
literally-
Wesley Snipes. That's all I need.
Yeah, no, and Blade is super cool. Anyway, I just like it too.
He
It
just
has
looks like Wesley Snipes.
no,
That's
they
awesome.
literally just made him. Yeah, I agree. They made him look like Wesley.
I wonder if he
Snipes,
pays
but-
his taxes in the game, or if they do like the real life person.
Oh, was
involved.
that was that a thing with Wesley Snipes?
Yeah,
Oh,
when it was
man.
at least from what I heard when he was recording the Blade movies, he just wasn't paying his
Oh,
taxes.
jeez. Yeah. Jeez Louise. But yeah, it's super interesting, and I would recommend, like, right now, so they did the thing, because it's 2K made it, technically, so 2K is, like,
I
got so
know.
many microtransactions. But because the game just, like, didn't sell well, you can buy the physical version with all the, like, the highest edition is called Legendary Edition. Comes with all the
yeah, I see on the Steam
DLC,
page.
and it's, like, $30. But if you were to buy it digitally, it's, like, $90.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just bought it on eBay for like $27 or something, and I was like, screw
Oh,
it.
well, yeah, that's a steal.
So
That's
it's a
less
steal.
than just the
It-
base game is.
Exactly, and it's literally like probably almost 200 hours of content or something, depending on how much you want to get out
That's
of
huge.
it. But it's insane. So yeah, so I've been playing that, and then you know, I can talk to the note of yesterday. I got back into Digimon World 1, guys. You know, it was a year off.
Yeah, I missed the stream. I was
Dude.
just preoccupied with other things.
The moral of the story is half the stream it was just me trying to remember what the heck I was supposed to be doing. And I'm like, okay, I gotta go talk to Quailamon. And then I'm like, no, I already did that. And then I'm like, okay, let me go run over here. Died again. And I'm like, oh my god. So eventually Duckies came in and helped me out, and now I'm back on track. But
The guide.
yeah, I was like, man,
Yeah, I
if
still
nobody's
can't play
helping
my
me.
game.
Oh yeah, the original, the
I still
copy.
can't play my original copy.
Yeah, but that's the
I mean,
thing
sure,
now.
it launches, but it's well. I think someone told me I basically have it in eternal debug mode.
Yeah, I think somebody was saying something like that. That there is something about it, but I have no idea how that would have happened.
Like, it's
But
not broken per
yeah,
se,
but
but you're
yeah,
not supposed to get here the way I did it.
yeah, definitely not. And I will say that if you've never checked out, like, check out the like retro arc or whatever. It's like you can do it to get like the retro achievements. I just think it's kind of like a cool
Oh
thing
yeah,
because
retro
especially for
achievements is
Digimon
great.
World, it's like, you could play through the game, but you're not going to really even experience everything unless you like kind of actively try to. And I'm thinking about maybe doing it for Digimon World 3 too, just because of the issues with the actual version of it
Oh
that
yeah,
just
you had
ruined my
loading issues.
life. I was like,
Oh,
man, I would actually like to play through this game at some point. But yeah, that's a grindy game. Let's not talk about grindy games. But
we talked about Monster Hunter. What do you mean?
yeah, I know we've only been talking about grindy games. Seems like.
It's all I play. No, I don't really.
You know what? You know what you made me think of though when you were explaining. I think it was when you first started talking about Tales. There's gonna be a new Dragon Quest game, and I
What,
don't know how I feel about
the
it.
Monster Tamer one?
No, I'm talking about Dragon Quest 12.
Oh,
Just the
I
the,
didn't
the
talk
main
about that even.
entry. No, you didn't talk about it, but it was something you
No, but
said.
like I know, but are they talking about it?
Oh,
Like
there's been a
the
trailer a few years ago. I think there was a trailer in
12?
like
Because
2021 or something.
there's like a uh words a side story kind of thing, like prequel kind of thing to Dragon Quest 6 coming out,
Oh, that's interesting. Six is one
where
I've
you
never
play
played.
as the villain,
Oh,
quote
okay.
unquote.
That sounds cool. I mean, I'll take
I
whatever I
guess
can get in the
spoilers for
franchise.
a what 20-year game,
Nah,
almost
you don't
15-year-old game.
Yeah, you don't need to say that,
Um,
but that's exciting. I'd take any Dragon Quest. I was even
I
meaning
forget what
of
it's
checking out
called.
though that new what is it, Dragon Hunt, Dragon Quest Jokers or whatever. Is that the one that they just came out
Jokers?
with? Another one?
There was I have it. I have Infinity Strash.
What is it?
Infinity Strash Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai. It's a big one.
Oh, that's based off the anime series or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
you were
it's
telling me about that. Yeah.
it's 90% cutscenes.
No, but there's what the heck? Isn't it Dragon Quest? Dragon Quest Monsters. I think. Isn't that what it's
Yeah, I
called?
think that's what the this
No.
new one is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dragon
Dragon
Quest
Quest Monsters: The
Monsters
Dark
Dark
Prince.
Prince.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
synchronized.
Yeah, it's been like 20 years since I had one of those.
Yeah, no, that's the one I was talking about. So.
Oh, that's the prequel of 6 or whatever? Oh,
Mhm,
or
mhm.
5. No.
No,
Okay.
6. 6 is
Oh,
the
okay.
Chapters of the Chosen,
That's nice.
which is the oldest one I've played.
Gotcha. But yeah, so I know it was a side note, but you were saying something about like cliched long RPGs and all this stuff, and I just like immediately
Yeah,
thought of
no,
Dragon Quest 11, and I was like,
it's absolutely. Oh my god, I didn't realize it's coming on the first. As
yeah,
soon. Holy.
yeah, I knew it was coming out soon, but not that soon.
Did you
But
did you play Dragon Quest Treasury or Treasures?
no,
I
I
forget what
didn't
it's called.
play. I don't know. I didn't see what the gameplay looked like, and I'm not sure if it's the
It's
game for me, to be honest. But
I'm 50-50 on it. I didn't finish it, but I enjoyed my time.
okay,
You are Eric and his sister from 11,
yeah,
but before the story unfolds,
right. When they're
and
kind of
you're
like
like
treasure hunters or
isekai to
whatever.
a fucking treasure world,
Okay,
and you can recruit monsters. So it's a little bit Dragon Quest monster, like, but it's still action combat.
hmm,
So you fight as, I think her name is Maya,
okay, hmm.
or
Yeah, I don't know.
Eric. There's no real difference.
I mean, I feel like
You just hunt for treasure.
I feel like the reason I didn't ever pick it up was because I don't know. Eric was kind of not that interesting of a character to me, but
What? He had the best voice.
I mean,
Another
what
one
was
bites
his
the
line that I
dust.
used to have? It was like, what was that line? Man, I had it on the
It was
soundboard.
the another one bites
Oh
the
yeah,
dust.
Another one bites the dust.
another one bites the dust.
I have to
Man, we
talk
need to bring
like you have
that
a
back.
clogged nose.
I should bring that back into YouTube videos somehow when somebody dies. I want to
Yeah,
do it.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so last topic of the podcast. Do you have any gaming goals for the end of the year? Like, what do you want to accomplish before the end of the year? What do you think?
Don't know. Nothing I'm really striving for exactly. No big goals either one way or the other. Um,
It's okay. You don't need to answer if you don't have a goal. I'm not going to make you make a goal on the spot, you know?
no, just thinking if there's anything. No, I don't have any goal I
Play
want
games.
like
That's your
that
goal.
yeah, just have
Yeah.
fun.
Just play games,
Enjoy
have
life.
fun. That's good. That's good. I feel like for me, I'm a little bit more goal oriented now just because of the time that I have. So I think for me, maybe my goal would be actually get all the characters in in Marvel Midnight Suns. And another thing, what was I gonna say? I picked up Mario Odyssey, and I want to at least
That's a
play
lovely
it,
game.
at least play a little bit of that. So it's been a long time, but I was able to get it for $20, so I was pretty hyped on that. And maybe one more short term goal was to play. What the heck was it? Something on 360. Oh, there was shoot. I was gonna play some of the Skylanders games.
Oh,
Just
oh
because I
shit.
hadn't. Well, this is the reason why. Two reasons. One reason, I have all of them, and I have a lot of the figures, and they take up so much space. So I wanted to just play through the game so I could get rid of the figures finally and
All
clear
you
up
need
some
to play. All
space.
you need is trigger happy. That's all you need.
Well, unfortunately, I mean the thing is I'm not gonna get all the achievements or whatever, so there's really no reason for me to like have all the different ones too. I have way too many. I could show you a photo and you would cringe because it's too many. But I
No,
got
it's
them
fine.
all
I
for
see.
like so cheap.
I keep seeing lots of them on like Swedish
They don't
equivalent
even
of
like
eBay.
sell for anything. I guess I was looking on eBay last night. I was like, are any of the ones I have
They
even
gone
really
down then.
worth anything? And there's like two or
Last
three that
time,
are worth a little bit, and the rest of them are garbage.
last time I checked, it was fun. You could buy like singles from like stores for like $10-ish. Like they were way overpriced.
Yeah,
But
it's
then you always
overpriced.
saw like, here's my bucket of 50. You get it for two.
Yeah, that's what I mean because that's pretty
It's
much
like,
how I bought
yeah.
them. Was I bought some in 2020 and that was like the deal. I got one off Facebook Marketplace. It was like a whole bucket of them and I think I paid $20 and there
Nice.
was the Bowser one was in there, which was like
Oh yeah, the racing one, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was worth like $40 by itself, so I just like sold
Oh,
that one.
wasn't it Bowser and Donkey Kong you got?
Yeah, but
That was
the
in
Donkey
the
Kong
Nintendo
wasn't in
version.
there though. It was just the
Ah.
Bowser, and it was like a dark bout. There's like a dark and a light version, or like something
Oh
like that.
shit.
But it was worth like
Evil Bowser.
$40 or something, and so I basically got that entire lot for free, and then I just bought a bunch of other lots that were super cheap too. But anyway,
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah,
I mean, you could probably return them for like a cent each to
no,
any GameStop.
no, I don't think it's worth it. I was thinking about doing like a garage sale, but nobody wants them. But I'll
Mm,
find a way. Oh, I guess
just put them up online. Like
no, yeah,
that's someone
I
that's
could
taken
sell them
over.
online for sure. I'm just gonna do like an auction starting at like $2 with like shipping and just have somebody pay like whatever they want
That's
and
fair.
just get them out. Oh shoot, I had one more goal. Oh, okay, this is not gonna happen, but I'm gonna put it here as a goal.
Not end of the year goal,
Beat
just
the
goal.
story mode for Sonic Free Riders. Never gonna
Oh
happen.
no. Why do you have to make yourself suffer, Serge?
I want to actually do a review of Sonic Free Riders because there isn't any because the game is so bad and I hurt my foot the last time I was playing because
That's
I was
the like hover skateboarding one, right?
it's the Kinect one. There's
Kinect,
Sonic
right?
Riders, which is like PS2 or something, which is like actually okay. It's just like a racing game.
Hmm.
But Free Riders is the Kinect one. So it's like the controls don't make any sense and it's hard. But I did win one race. So
One whole race. I
yeah,
mean, you basically beat the
I
game.
basically beat the game. So it was
You're
like
qualified for
you
a
don't even
review.
understand. I couldn't even get my character to like turn. Like There's some
every
of the
time I've
story
seen
missions
anything
are
about it,
like,
it's
get
just-
this amount of rings, but I can't get my character to move left and right. So it's like impossible for me to beat the challenge. So anyway, I heard something that somebody was saying that like if you mount your Kinect actually like above that, then it's better and it's responsive or something. So anyway,
Huh.
that's just an aside, but um I guess I'll say too, the last part of this, since it's kind of subbing in for my normal podcast too. Um, guys, there's a new Digimon video coming out in the works right now. Not related to video
Real?
games. It's related to toys, and you're not gonna want to miss it. Okay, it's gonna be legit.
You're having me intrigued. Okay.
Yeah, I could tell you about it after the podcast, so don't worry about it.
Oh, I
But,
get I get the
you
secret
got to give
info.
the sneak peek to the people. But yeah, we're building that up. Should be a fun one. And end of the year analysis of the channel views and potential profit. So stay tuned for that, guys. And before we go, let's give Octo one more, clap of appreciation out here. Thanks for joining
I'm
me.
gonna clap for
Appreciate you.
myself.
It's been a long time coming, and I don't know why we didn't
I
have it
love
sooner,
the
but-
peaks. I love looking at the peaks on Audacity for clapping for myself.
Yeah, I know. Jeez, don't
It's
even
gonna
get
be
me
fun for
started.
you.
I'm gonna have to edit that. Yep. But shoot, what was I gonna say? Okay, so if you want, tell everybody your YouTube channel just so you can shout it out, and if anyone's interested
Same
in
here,
seeing,
just Octostarx.
okay, Octo, the word star, and then the letter X. He does
Yeah, one
daily
word, though.
Pokemon playthrough videos. And what is it?
Oh.
Black 2 or White 2 that
Yeah,
you're playing right
Black
now?
2 right now.
Black 2. So check him
Reminds me, I
out.
need to check where I need to go next because I'm lost.
Get sucked in. Yeah, you can make longer content that way. You just constantly get lost. So it's just more and more
yeah,
battles.
yeah. Content farm.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
Real
But yeah, I appreciate
repeatable
you.
battles that I just forget exist. Oh.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Until the next video, guys. Peace out.